Foundation is on, powder is there, face is sprayed. We're about to go about our day, okay? Hi my loves, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl V Coles, and today we're gonna get into another foundation hunt, so let's just get started because I am ready. Today's foundation hunt, we're going to be testing out the NYX Born to Glow foundation, which I'm excited about. You know, I originally was not even going to include this in my foundation hunt, but I was seeing such positive reviews for it on Instagram and on YouTube, so I decided just to go for it. The reason I even had any reservations is because I've used the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop, and I've also used the Total Control Drop foundation, the one that came before this one, and I feel like after 3 hours it clocks out on me. I'm looking for foundation on my face. Now that could just be me. I don't know if anyone else has had that experience, but that has been my experience with NYX foundations, and that's why when it comes to a NYX foundation, I typically just use it if I'm going to the movies or if I just want to wear makeup for the day, but I know I'm not going anywhere important. I don't need to have a snatched face for the entire day. I'll go for like a NYX foundation. But we're gonna put the NYX Born to Glow to the test. We're gonna see if it'll last 6 hours. I went to my local Target and I picked up 3 different shades simply because I wanted to show you guys the way the shade ranges are jumping from one to the other. I picked up the shades Cappuccino, Sienna, and Deep Sable. I'm gonna swatch them on the side of my cheek from lightest to darkest. Put it right here. So this is Cappuccino. Shade is Sienna. This shade is Deep Sable. Off the bat, you can definitely see that they did pick up different undertones. Let me just see something. Let me see what everything is described as. So, Cappuccino, which is the first shade that I swiped, is described as a medium deep with cool undertone. Sienna is a medium deep with warm undertones. And then Deep Sable is medium deep with neutral undertones. So there we go. They're clearly not jumping. They gave you cool, warm, and then neutral. So we're gonna wipe this off, and I'm gonna go ahead with Sienna because I felt like that was the right shade for me. For primer, I'm gonna use my NYX Angel Veil primer. Guys, I've been reaching for this primer like crazy. I feel like I used it last week and I just reminded myself how much I actually really liked it. You know what I mean? So it's just been what I've been picking up. It's affordable and it works. So let's get that all in there. I'm gonna now go in with my Sacha Buttercup setting powder. I'm just gonna use that just to put around my little oily areas. I've been doing this since the beginning of time. I'm gonna use a damp beauty blender and we're just gonna go ahead and pat a little bit of it in. I'm going to squeeze a little bit of it on the back of my hand really quickly. All right, so I squeezed about this much. I'm gonna use a beauty blender to apply it, and if I need to switch to a brush, I'll switch to a brush. This is a damp beauty blender, by the way. So let's talk details. Let's talk about this foundation. What is it about? What is it supposed to do? Like, what's up? So this foundation comes in 45 different shades. Options. We love options. We love shade ranges. So that basically means it's going to give you a couple of different undertones, which it does. You know, just in the medium deep category, they gave you neutral, cool, and warm, which was good. I'm going to squeeze a little bit more of the shade Sienna. So far it's looking good, no complaints. This foundation is buildable to medium coverage. I like foundations like that because it gives you the room to control how much coverage you really want. Sometimes full coverage foundations, they're just doing too much. You know what I mean? Like that one pump and you're done, versus some days you just kind of want a lighter coverage. So this foundation might be actually really good for that. It also is supposed to give you like a dewy finish. It's supposed to make you look like you have a natural glow to your skin. You know what I mean? And I don't know, I kind of feel like I look like that right now. We haven't even done anything besides just apply it. It's cruelty-free and it's also a vegan formula, which I feel like NYX has always done in the past. Like from the beginning, they were a cruelty-free brand. You know what I mean? So if you're someone that's into brands like that and you did not know that NYX was a cruelty-free brand, it is, and they have always been. I have to give them credit for that. So yeah, this foundation is definitely buildable because I'm going to add a little bit more, just a smidge more, nothing crazy. The crazy thing about me is I always say I want foundations that are a little bit more sheer and not full coverage, and then when I get a foundation like that, I'm like, oh no, wait, I'm gonna add some more. Where do they find me? I have a little scar under my eye, and when I wear concealer, I don't really care because I know the concealer is gonna cover it up. But the fact that I'm not wearing concealer today, I need to make sure that it's covered up, so that is why I had to add a little bit more. This foundation is supposed to give you a natural radiant finish, and it's supposed to last. Now, it doesn't say how long it's supposed to last. Some foundations will tell you get 8 hours, 12 hours, 24 hours. This just says it's gonna last. I already told you guys, NYX clocks out on me after 3 hours. And I'm not even exaggerating, but we're gonna just act like I don't feel like that about this brand, and we're just gonna go into this and just let it do what it says it's supposed to do. I love that it's buildable. Like, that is definitely something that I like about it. Because full coverage is not buildable. Full coverage, too much, you get cakey. Buildable, you can add multiple layers before you start to look cakey. I think it looks nice. There's a nice little glow to it. There definitely is a little bit of a glow to it. It's cute. It looks nice on. That's the thing about their foundations. I never have an issue with the way it looks on me. It's just after a certain amount of time, it really does fade. It really does be like, bye V. You had me working for 3 hours, I'm out, deuces. And I just be like, we are gonna go ahead and set our face. Today, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless Powder in the color Truffle. I'm just gonna use a big old brush to pat it in, pounce it in there, get that product in there. I don't conceal when I do stuff like this simply because I don't want anything else on my face. I just want it to be the foundation just so I can see how the foundation really works. We're gonna go ahead and set our face with the NYX matte finish. Now I know this is a glowy, dewy type of foundation, but I am oily combo. So being that this foundation is not, you know, made for oil control, my oils will seep through even though I have set my face with the powder on. So I'm kind of hoping that when my oils kind of seep through, it'll make it look dewy. It won't look weird. And I'm just using a matte finishing spray just so when that oil seeps through, it'll almost make it look naturally dewy versus me looking oily through the foundation. I hope that makes sense. So we're just gonna go ahead and set our face with this one. And this is their brand. Foundation is on, powder is there, face is sprayed. We're about to go about our day, okay?
Girl, bye. Bye, get out, get out, get out.
It was currently 5:36. We're going to do a 6-hour wear test on this. I told you guys the specs of it. I told you how many shades it comes in. I already told you guys what it's described as doing. It doesn't make any promises. It just says that it's going to last. You're gonna look good in it, you're gonna look natural in it, and it will last on your face. I've already told you guys the issues that I have with NYX foundations. So at this point, we're just gonna see how long it lasts for, how it wears, and I will do a 3-hour check-in just so you guys can see what it looks like on my face. Other than that, y'all already know, wish me luck, let's go. Hi, I'm ready, I'm excited. So I'm back for our midway check-in. It is currently 8:37. So that means we have had this foundation on for the past 3 hours and it's still on my face, which is a good thing. NYX, you're making a believer out of me. I'm glad I tried this. I will be back a little later. I'm going to head out really quickly and I will be back, I want to say between 11:30 and midnight, just for us to do the final check-in, do that last little talk through, and that'll be it. So wish me luck and I'll see you guys a little later. So I'm back. It is currently 11:37. So that means I've had this foundation on for a good 6 hours. I hung in there, I did it. I am actually really tired. I wanna go wash this off, take a shower, and get ready for bed. So let's just quickly discuss it. Let me tell you guys what I think. When I read the description on this foundation, it did not promise anything special. It didn't promise that it was transfer proof. It did not promise it will last 24 hours. It didn't even promise it will last 8 hours. It just told you it's gonna last, you're gonna glow, it's gonna be radiant, it's gonna be a natural finish, and I feel like it did just that. It's still on my face. I do have oily skin. I'm not excessively oily. I am oily combo, but I still get oily within my T-zone. And you can see some of my oil seeping through, but I don't think I look bad over here. And I told you guys, I didn't take any extra precautions with this foundation, even though it is, you know, born to glow, meaning you're gonna have a glow when using it, simply because I wanted just to see what it would naturally look like on my skin. I'm actually pleasantly surprised by this. When I do wear it outside of this wear test, I am gonna take a little bit of extra precautions just to ensure that my oils don't seep through after 6 hours. I did not bake or anything like that, so I would probably bake a little bit and just, you know, put powder in extra places and let powder sit there a little longer in my T-zone, just to kind of contain a little bit of oils, especially at the tip of my nose. But I don't mind right here. I like the way right here looks. Like, I like the way it looks on my skin. So, if you were debating whether you wanted to spend the $10 to buy this, I say go for it. For the price point, it's actually really good. It's really, really good. I might be living in this. I forgot to tell you guys how much product you get. You do get 1.01 fluid ounce, which is a pretty decent amount of foundation. If you were debating as to whether you wanted to try these, definitely try them. I really like it. I enjoyed wearing it. Yeah, it was a great foundation. But if you are oily, obviously you have to take, you know, extra steps to make sure that you look glowy and not oily. So you maybe have to bake a little bit. You maybe have to add extra powder. But yeah, I don't think I look bad because I used my Angel Veil primer, and this is a oil-free primer, and I set my face with the matte finishing spray, and it's been 6 hours and I don't look like I'm melting. So that's actually a really good sign to me. So even though you're like, you know what I'm trying to say, like certain foundations, when they're not mattifying foundations or oil-free foundations, you look like you're melting. I've had that experience in the past. So the fact that after 6 hours, I don't look like I'm melting, I don't look bad. Like I just look like I need to maybe blot a little bit, go back in, put some powder, set my face again. That really is, I'm really feeling this. I'm so glad I tried this. I really am glad I tried this. And I cannot wait to incorporate this in my looks. I'm excited. Okay guys, so that about wraps it up for me tonight. I'm really tired. I'm gonna go shower, wash my face off, and get ready for bed. I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to hit the bell, to also subscribe, and to give me a couple of thumbs up if you like this tutorial or any of my other videos. I will see you guys next time. As always, mwah, and love first. Bye, my babies.